There's this belief that we're doing something really, really crucial and we believe it works, but evidence gives you that base to say, look, we can show it works.
The principles of knowing whether something works and being able to prove it have never been more important than now when resources are so tight.
The voluntary sector is committed to high quality services, and often organisations are set up to address unmet needs. So in order to do that, we really need to know that the work we're doing does address that need.
One of the risks with social programmes is that you can actually cause harm to your clients instead of benefits. So you almost have a moral obligation to your service users to do rigorous evaluations of your programmes to produce evidence.
In addition to then working with providers on the quality of the evidence they produce, what we want to see happen is that that evidence is then used successfully by commissioners.
Quite often as a funder, you're trying to look for evidence that actually the organisation can deliver. They've got the staffing, they've got the skills, and they've got some kind of method of collecting the evidence at the end.
We're really excited that lots of funders and commissioners are really pushing the evidence agenda, and they're really keen for providers to be collecting more evidence. But we do realise that there's a risk with that people feel like it's a jumping through hoops exercise where they just have to collect it for the funder rather than realising the value of doing that for their own projects.
We felt funders were asking more for evidence for what we were doing, is it working or not? And also to be able to say to prisons what you've been supporting and what you're asking us for, it does actually work.
And of course there are different levels of evaluations, and I think that's the other challenge that we need to address, the proportionality, if you like, what is proportionate.
You need to have some kind of handle on whether what you're doing is working or not, and what the outcomes are, to know if you can get better.
The other thing that's great about thinking in terms of evidence is being able to orient and engage all of the delivery teams in really thinking about, well, why do we do the different things that we do, and what does success look like?